You call yourself a recovered sexaholic, where our previous guest, Sandy, labeled himself or characterized himself as recovering. Do you honestly believe that you are totally cured from this kind of behavior, that there's no doubt in your mind that you could at some point fall back into it?
Only if I stop doing the things I'm doing. And that's perhaps the 12 steps in my life, prayer, meditation on a daily basis, and trying to help other people that suffer from this addiction or either other family members.
Now, we again appreciate your willingness to talk about this so that perhaps you can help other people. I want to turn back to Kara Tripodi for this, because that's one of the reasons we wanted to do this show. A lot of people are making the jokes around the water cooler, like we suggested, oh, sure, Tiger's a sex addict. But you see this every day in your line of work. And so we wanted to give people some signs that they should be looking for if they think, in fact, they or someone they love could actually be a sex addict. What might they include?
Well, I think if it's the person themselves wondering if they have a problem, then it really is a very personal, they have to really start taking kind of an inventory of what's going on in their life. If they're finding themselves not able to stop the behavior, if they find that they're trying to keep what they do a secret from somebody else, if they're involved in some risky behavior that may be even seen as illegal, like hiring prostitutes or getting involved in viewing images online that are considered illegal underage, then it really is important that they begin to seek out help. And some of the first best steps in doing that is trying to find somebody that's trained in treating sex addiction, and you can do that by going to a website to learn about that. There's a Society for the Advancement of Sexual Health.
And we've been giving some information throughout the show as well. In terms of someone like Tiger Woods, if he comes out and he does admit that this is what he's been suffering from, much like Mackenzie Phillips talking about incest, do you think it would actually help people? Could there be some good that comes of this horrific tragedy?
First of all, I think that people's behaviors are not the totality of who they are. And he has, if this is in fact something that he decides is true for him, that he has this problem, then there's a tremendous amount of healing and support that's available to him to help understand this. And for somebody that's, like his wife, married to him, there's, it's not going to be something that she's going to trust for a long, long time, because she's been so betrayed by his behaviors.
Now, you gave us some signs if an individual thought that perhaps this was an addiction he or she would be suffering from. And we should point out that it can be women as well.
Absolutely, it can be women as well.
What if you are a spouse or a partner or a loved one and there's just something that's not quite sitting right? What kind of signs should we be looking for?
Well, them trying to understand what's not fitting right. So so if some people will say, I saw an unexplained phone number, or I intercepted a phone call from a female, and the story that the person told them doesn't add up. So beginning for them to start trusting themselves and seeking more information would be some of the ways to start looking at this.
Okay, JR, if there was a piece of advice that you would want to leave with someone watching this show who either suspects that their behavior is getting out of control or someone they love is behaving erratically, what would it be?
Well, my advice for them is to either call the hotline, the SA hotline or the S9 hotline, and get some information. Or if they belong to a pretty good congregation that have some counseling that's aware of the sex addiction, to either talk to a counselor or a minister or something like that.
But you think that obviously you help others and you feel that you've recovered, so this kind of thing can be overcome and life can get back to somewhat normal?
Yes.
Okay. JR, thank you very much. I do appreciate your candidness in talking about your own story. And on behalf of all of those that you help every day, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. And finally, Kara, anything to add to JR and Sandy's advice?
I want people to hear that this is something that you can heal from and that families can heal from, but it's really about an unraveling of a lot of secrets and lies and beginning to speak with truth and really trying to call things what they are.
And this is not just an excuse for
No,
bad
it
behavior,
isn't.
because so many times these days we hear, oh, someone has an addiction or they've gone into
That's right.
rehab. This is a full-fledged, real
Yes.
mental health issue and
Yes.
physical problem as well.
Absolutely. And even though we call this, it's a simple word, it really means a heck of a lot to people that are struggling with this. And it takes a long time to heal.
If, in fact, that is what is afflicted Tiger Woods, we certainly wish him the best of luck as well.
Absolutely.
Kara
And his
Tripodi,
wife as
thank
well.
you very much
Thank
for
you.
being with us.
Thank you.
If you need help, please see the websites that we posted. Good night.